When you watch the Masters, the television cameras lie to you. They flatten the landscape, making Augusta National look like a gentle rolling park. But the reality on the ground is a severe physical gauntlet of steep, punishing hills. This diagram shows a 3D cross-section of hole 10, known as Camellia. From the tee box down to the green, the fairway plunges a staggering 100 feet in elevation. That severe angle of descent actively breaks a golfer's depth perception. A target that looks 150 yards away might play closer to 130, forcing players to abandon their standard club selections and account for a massive gravitational assist. Augusta has also lengthened the course for the 2026 tournament, stretching it to a record 7,565 yards. Walking that distance is hard enough on its own, but doing it across continuous massive elevation changes multiplies the physical toll on the legs and lower back. Surviving this topography means throwing out conventional golf wisdom. To conquer Augusta, players have to rely on strict data analysis and specialized gear engineered specifically for extreme environments. This schematic of Hole 17, or Nandia, highlights the exact architectural change made for 2026. The hole has been extended by 10 yards, bringing the total length to 450 yards. By pulling the tee markers back 12 yards from the front of the tee box, the course architects have narrowed the visual corridor and drastically tightened the angle required for a safe drive. That extra distance off the tee forces a cascade of problems. Players now have to use longer, lower lofted irons for their approach shots, making it incredibly difficult to land and hold the ball on an already heavily contoured green. Adding yardage to a hole is rarely about testing pure power. It is a calculated method to drastically shrink a player's margin of error. Beneath the visible architecture lies a complex layer of agronomic engineering. Every green at Augusta is powered by a $25,000 sub-air vacuum system. If a thunderstorm soaks the course, groundskeepers can flip a switch and extract the excess moisture straight down through the soil in exactly 20 minutes, regardless of the weather conditions above. Above ground, the specific A1 bent grass is meticulously sheared down to exactly 1/8 of an inch, about the thickness of 2 stacked pennies. Combining that ultra-thin grass with bone-dry, vacuumed soil creates an artificially firm, slick surface. By Sunday, these greens hit 15 feet on the Stimpmeter, a standardized aluminum ramp used to measure how fast a golf ball rolls. For context, a typical local course rolls at about 9. Augusta is a highly engineered machine masquerading as nature. It is deliberately designed to render standard putting physics entirely obsolete. This image shows the impossibly tight target of hole 12, Golden Bell. The putting surface is incredibly shallow, bordered immediately by Rays Creek in the front and bunkers in the back. Above that creek sits an unpredictable, swirling wind vortex. The tall pines surrounding the hole funnel the breeze into a turbulent loop that actively knocks golf balls out of the sky. To safely hold that narrow green, a player must generate a highly specific, penetrating ball flight with low spin. Anything floated too high will be caught by the vortex and dropped short into the water. You cannot overpower this hole. Surviving Golden Bell requires exact mathematical precision and absolute control over the golf ball's aerodynamics. Fighting back against a course engineered to punish every mistake requires a specific equipment strategy, which is where the data at Golf Gear Compare becomes vital. Around those vacuum-dried, closely mowed greens, a standard wedge is a massive liability. Its sharp leading edge will violently dig and chunk straight into the firm, unyielding turf. This animation shows the technical solution, equipping a high bounce wedge. Bounce is the angle between the leading edge of the club face and the lowest point of its sole. Here, a wedge with 10 to 12 degrees of bounce glides cleanly across the tight turf, while the low bounce option digs right into the dirt. That higher angle acts as a skid plate, forcing the club head to literally bounce off the firm soil. Utilizing the correct bounce angle shifts the burden of perfection. You no longer have to rely on flawless hand-eye coordination under pressure because the club's engineering does the saving for you. To find the exact high bounce wedges required for these extreme conditions, you can use the expert dashboard at golfgearcompare.co.za. The platform eliminates the guesswork by cross-referencing over 250 products through detailed spec-by-spec expert comparisons. With their Price Drop Alerts feature, you can ensure you secure this highly specific gear at the best possible value before the golf season peaks. Conquering the 2026 Masters course doesn't happen by accident. It starts with securing the definitive gear insights your game deserves at Golf Gear Compare.